Hello, folks. Welcome back. Wanted to give more of clarity and an update to the dream and share a couple of understandings with you. Hopefully, I'll have time to do that. But an update to the dreams. First, I want to thank those of you the new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you for participating and fellowshipping. And what I did want to do is let those of you who are here know. I understand that many uh, folks chime in, listen, watch. They don't subscribe, but they do tend to listen depending on the title of the video. Um, if you are interested in knowing about this date, um, go ahead and email me at the email address that I will put into the description. Now, some of you know that I used to have a YouTube channel that was a ministry channel solely for ministry, and I had known for a while, about 2 years prior to the closing down of the channel, that I would be doing so, and the cause and the reason was just some folks or the people that I was reaching weren't um, discerning. And I'll give you an example. In the beginning, when I started the ministry, because I'm an ordained minister, but I have a desire to share preparatory ideas and leadings and words of knowledge that the Lord has been giving me for many, many years. And it started out with one day, and as I was fasting, and I had been praying for that week, and the Holy Spirit told me to tell those that would listen. It told me that folks need to become a part of or start a home group. And so I was like, well, how do I get that message out? And so I had a leading. I was driving one day, and the Lord told me to go home a certain way. I went home and I was in awe of the atmosphere and what was around me. I took a picture of it, and the Lord said, "That is the picture for the channel I want you to start." And so I started the channel, and that's the picture that was the icon of the channel. And we did well. I think we got up to one point, I think, close to 300 subscribers, and that's an average community church, if you will. But I had friends in Australia and of all the parts of all around the world, and the word got out that the word of the Lord was become a part of a home group or start a home group, and I just did not get uh, the quickening of the seriousness or the conveying of God's will and wanting to those that were participants, and I felt like many were just remaining converts, not becoming discipled in the ministry that I was doing. And so I at a point got very frustrated, and I told the Lord I want to release from this channel. I don't want to do it anymore because I'm speaking to lifeless people with no discernment or will or wanting to lay their lives down. And so I could tell that by the responses and the emails and the messages that I was getting, or the lack thereof. So I remember towards the end, or actually in the beginning, I was on my front porch and I was doing some messages from the front porch. And the as I was sitting there, this was 2019, just about the beginning of the coronavirus. The Lord was telling me to tell you guys of certain things about this thing that was coming. But what was interesting is the Holy Spirit was telling me this is not the last, that there's more to come. And I conveyed this message, and guess how many replies and responses I got from that video? Like maybe one or two. So I understand that there's a lot of voices out there. There's a lot of ear ticklers out there, and unless you're sensational, people do not tend to listen because so many people are still converts. They're not discipled. They don't understand. They can't discern spiritual things. They can't discern spiritual matters, and they can't discern a word of the Lord when it's given. And so, years later, right before the end, the Lord told me the fence was being removed. And it was almost as if the channel, the ministry that the Lord had wanted me to start, was an indicator or a judgment against those that would not listen. Now I don't know how many. Well, so I know there were videos and messages that got thousands of views, and I know because I discern by the Spirit that many people listened and just went over the videos. They did not receive the messages. And so that's not my problem. That's not my fault. That's, their fault, their problem. Many people go about looking to have their ears tickled. So after that word where the Lord said to me, the fence is being removed, meaning that many, many people that hear the word will not survive on just playing casual Christian games. God was calling believers, disciples, converts, all that would hear to a committed relationship, an intimate relationship with Him. And so I got to a point where I just ended it. And I felt that release and I ended it. And so we're still doing this channel. We still have this channel. And it's I don't know if you would call it a ministry. It's a channel where I do minister. I give revelations as, for an example, this dream and some of the things that I've been talking about. But I have a small group of folks like you guys that listen, and I give the words of the Lord as I get them, and it is for you to discern and for you to act on them. And I pray and I hope many of you are mature Christians, discipled, not casual Christians, or as Jesus said, converts. I did not come to make converts of men, but to make disciples of men. So I pray that you are those that God considers to be discipled. And so I wanted to share this information with you, that if you do have an interest to know the date, you can email me at the email address that I'll put in the description. And it's it'll be a confirmation to see how many of you are actually really paying attention here, and how many of you are interested in knowing what is particular to this dream. So as a dream follow-up, I have gotten an understanding, and I do believe that the Lord had made the second part of the dream as simple as possible. The fact that the bag was being, I had to fight for the bag. I fought for the bag in the spirit, and then I physically fought for the bag. And it was after I fought for the bag and took control of the bag is when I looked up and saw the date. Now the date is interesting because I'm finding out now that the date aligns with some Old Testament celebration dates and revelation dates and season dates, and it's just a lot. Like I just saw a video with Kim Clement. God gave him the letters AQ, but the Holy Spirit gave me the letters of AE. And so I don't know if this is something from that because of the mantle that I do have. If it's a furtherance or an update to what Kim might have had, I don't know. But it's just interesting how he had the letters AQ, I have the letters AE. And what we are beginning to believe here is that the AE stands for after the event. And the part with the bag of potatoes that I fought for it and then looked up and saw the date, I believe the date is the date that will signify whatever event takes place, whatever happens, will be the key, will be an understanding for those of you that are hearing. You must go out and make your final preparations, because everything that you need will be more difficult to get. And that's why I had to fight for that bag, Spiritually and physically, it took everything I had to take control of that bag. And when I looked up, that date showed up in front of me. So I believe that the direction of that part, the second part of that dream, was that this date that's coming up quickly is going to be indicative to what it is that you need. You better know. You better pay attention. You better be listening, because whatever it is that's going to occur, however it's going to happen, we will surely know that at that point you must go get what you are going to need. Now, some people think, well, I don't know what I'm going to need, and I don't know for how long I'm going to need it. I think the most imperative things that you need to think about is water. You can't store enough water for 6 months to 2 years. So go get something to catch water, and go get something that will purify water. Food, get the simplest um, course meal you can. If you can get 1 quart mason jars, dry can rice, dry can beans, dry can seasons, get chicken and beef bouillon cubes, and get some seeds that you can grow a garden this year that you can begin to harvest and can. Nesco makes a 9.5 easy, so easy. I put a video up on this channel about how to can and how easy it is to can. Be prepared. Do a garden this year, and then store the fruit of your garden this year, that God will bless us, and then will give us a harvest that will take us through the hard and cold seasons. And then if you do, and if you are able to have like-minded people with you, you will be able to survive this, I think, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. Now, if you have been preparing for a financial conversion of what it is, God is also going to take the wealth of the wicked and give it to the righteous. So if you have been able to prepare with silver and gold, precious metals, copper, and different things like that, you will have a currency on the other side of this that you will barter for and be able to purchase or transfer for things that you once thought you could never have, that you will be able to afford. So for those of you that are here and you're listening, I honestly ask, if you have any means of God's discernment, the Spirit of God upon you, share this message. Share this message. I don't care if you block out the channel. I don't care if you feel embarrassed that you have to share a prepper channel with somebody. Share this message with those that are around you. Share with those in your community. There's a lot to this dream, and I believe the Lord is going to bring a follow-up to this dream. And I don't know when, but I do believe that there will be some clarity of other things that are coming, like after this event, this date that I saw. And if you have interest to know this date, please email me at the email address in the description. Folks, God bless you, and thank you for joining.